Hi, I'm Kelly Calabrese, and I want to talk to you about how to have the best possible outcomes for your children when you're going through separation, divorce, and post divorce. I don't know about you, but I remember feeling like I have just ruined my children's lives. Obviously, if you have children, that is a big consideration as you are changing the dynamics of your family. And to be honest, the statistics of divorced children are not very good. They are much more likely to also be divorced, to drop out of school, teen pregnancy, crime, alcoholism, suicide. The list just goes on and on and on. However, that does not need to be the case. So let's do what we can for your child to have the most successful possible outcome. We know that divorce is stressful. One of the things that children think that they can rely on in all the things in the world is the safety and security of their parents. So when that gets divided, now there's an open door for fear, for uncertainty, for lies to come in, no matter what age your child is, if they're young, and even if they're in their 30s, the children still desire for their parents to be together, and it just makes the world seem really uncertain. So what can you do? Number one, as best as possible, co-parent. If it's safe, if it's healthy for your child to have both parents involved in their lives, the statistics show that children are healthier physically, emotionally, and mentally, as well as socially, if the parents co-parent, or at the very least, they have a relationship with both parents. So even if you can't get along, make sure that you're fostering the ability to encourage your child to have a relationship with their other parent. If you can co-parent, that is most excellent. And it is possible. I've seen it happen. But again, if it isn't, continue to encourage your child to at least see it and have a relationship with their other parent. The second is you do not want to put your children in the middle ever. Your children do not want to be in the middle. I've seen interviews with children where they are put in the middle and they hate it. They do not want to be in the middle. It makes them so sad, so fearful, so angry. And kids are going to do something to try and feel loved. So they may be the good girl and the good boy and try and be perfect or be the best at their sport or piano. They may be the sick one because that's how they get love and attention. They may be the rebellious one because that's how they get love and attention. So when things start to glitch and malfunction, you're going to see changes in their behavior. So whatever you do, don't put them in the middle. Even things like saying, bring your dad his mail, or anything that might come up, as much as possible, regardless of the age, do not let your children overhear you having conversations where you're talking negatively about your former spouse. There are other outlets for that. We know you as the adult, the mom, the dad, that you're doing your own healing and navigating this season, but have wise friends, go to counseling, get in a group, do whatever is necessary to talk about that on the outside of your children's ear range. Another is keep things as stable and consistent as possible. So while everything is changing, they may be moving, they may be changing schools, friend groups, churches, sports teams, all of those things. Do what you can to keep things as consistent as possible, even with all the changes going on. That a little bit of consistency just is something that they can latch onto that gives them some sense of normalcy in this changing time. Um, you also want to look for other places for them to have good relationships. So if they can't have a good relationship with one of the parents for whatever reason, have other adults in their life that they can speak to, whether it's your friends or a counselor or some group or safe place where they can go and share their feelings. Because I promise they're not talking about this at the lunch table with their friends in school about their parents' divorce. They're keeping it in. And that's another thing they'll do. They'll keep it all in and they'll isolate, they'll get possibly defensive or just explosive with what's on the inside of them. So make sure that there's someone, multiple people that they know that they can go to and share. I would also suggest putting off dating. You don't want to bring someone new into the home right away. Even if you feel at some point that you're ready to go out and date, wait until you really know that it's pretty serious before you consider introducing them to your child. That is another major adjustment that your child may not be ready for. And by introducing that too soon, can really be a setback to your child. So be sensitive to that. And also know that each child is different. So girls might be more isolating and turn inward, where boys might get more angry and aggressive and do things in an outward way. But each child, if you have multiple children, can handle this completely differently. So just be aware of that. Counseling is always a great idea. If you can get them in one-on-one counseling, family counseling, even group counseling, that would be really helpful. Spending time with them one-on-one, whether it's you have a date night or a weekend, or do something that you get quality time with them. So you're keeping that connection and communication open, so they know that you are a safe place and they can trust you with their feelings and share how things are going and how their heart is. And then finally, I would say there's a big value in grandparents, even if there winds up being multiple sets of grandparents as, families start to blend. If the grandparents are safe to be around, do what you can to keep that connection, because there's just love and safety and support and comfort and familiarity in being able to have grandparents. They are just a valuable part of the family, again, as long as it's safe and healthy for your children. So I hope that gave you some ideas. Children are resilient. And yes, while the statistics are not great, children of divorce have gone on to be highly successful, highly functional, to have great marriages, and to contribute in a big way to the world. So follow your heart, do your best to set your children up for success. And I would love to invite you to our private Facebook group. It's called Intentionally Fabulous. So if you're a woman going through any season of separation, divorce, post-divorce, come there. It is a safe place. We talk about the hard things. We encourage each other. We laugh. So invite anyone you know to come there. And we'd love to get to know you and help you on this journey of going from grief to great to intentionally fabulous. Thank you.